Baby, you a masterpiece. God took his time on you. Always on my mind, but I'd rather have my mind on you. Beauty is defined on you. Perfectly designed on you. If you see your flaws, let this play and rewind.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, the Short Side, and I'm back with another video for you today. I'm Brigitte, and I make lifestyle content that inspires women to want to do better and be better and look fabulous while doing so. Okay? So, as you can tell by this title, this video is all about how to become a little bit more emotionally intelligent. Y'all know I am all about inspiring the girls. I want women to be their absolute best self, and what better way to elevate and be our best selves by working on our emotional intelligence. Cause how we gonna do better if we can't even handle and control our own emotions? And this is something we all can work on, including myself. I believe that emotional intelligence is an ongoing thing, and you can always learn and grow to understand yourself, your feelings, and how the way that you act affects other people, always. For me, one of my biggest things with emotional intelligence is controlling my emotions and not allowing my emotions to control me, which is easier said than done, but if you practice at it, then it most definitely gets better. And I always like to say that a woman who can control her emotions is very powerful. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in a positive way. So that means we not with the negativity. It's okay to feel negative emotions, but it's how we use those emotions. It's about how we go about those emotions that we feel that really makes things worthwhile in the end. So again, I got 5 tips for y'all. Let's hop right on into it. My first tip would be to communicate assertively. And when I say assertive, I don't mean aggressive. We're not yelling. You know what I'm saying? We're not throwing fits. We're not cussing. We're not screaming. We're not doing none of that. But we're going to be assertive, and we're going to stand 10 toes in what we're saying. So this just means setting your boundaries clearly and concisely so that everyone around you can understand what they are. And again, standing firm in those boundaries and not letting people push you past what you've already said that you weren't going to do. I feel like those who are emotionally intelligent can communicate their feelings respectfully, but also very directly. So anything that's passive aggressive, anything that's kind of cutting around how you actually feel, that's a no. And again, I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just coming for your neck. I'm coming for my neck too, because I can work on being emotionally intelligent as well. So again, sis, we not cussing, we not yelling. We're not doing none of that. We are going to respectfully and assertively express how we feel. I always like to make sure I am talking in a calm, cool manner, and my body language is also calm, cool, and collect, so that I can feel like I'm getting my point across to whomever I may be talking to. The second tip that I have for emotional intelligence is actively listening. I feel like the first instinct for a lot of people is to respond. You hear what someone's saying so you can form a response. You're not listening to what someone is saying to really understand how they feel. And that is not okay when you're trying to communicate your feelings to someone, especially if you're in any type of relationship with them. If you're emotionally intelligent, you can actively listen to really understand the frustrations or the concerns of the person that you're talking to, just to have a clear understanding of what it is they're trying to say. Actively listening is also paying attention to nonverbal communication, like body language and just how their demeanor is and their tone of voice. Paying attention to all of those things is all a part of actively listening. And it also gives you a one-up on how you can respond back. And I'm not gonna lie, it is not best to have that conversation over text. I personally don't really like to have any conversation about feelings or anything like that over text messages, because text messages are misconstrued a lot, because all you're doing is reading text. You don't know how that person is saying it to you. You don't know. So voice memos, talking on the phone, I think that those are always the best way in communicating, because a text message, hey, you'll be sitting there texting for 45 minutes going back and forth with somebody, and you know what I'm talking about. And I really think that conflict is very, very natural in any type of relationship, romantic relationship, family relationship, friendship, anything. But it's about how you go about that conflict. Again, we can't be yelling and cussing and doing all that. We can't do that. No point is ever going to get across that way. And it's just, it doesn't feel good to be yelled at. It doesn't feel good to see somebody's body language and it's not necessarily welcoming or a space where you feel like you can express how you feel. So I definitely think that how you go about communicating can definitely make or break a conflict. The third tip I have to becoming more emotionally intelligent is to become self-aware. It is really important to be aware of your own actions and how your actions or the things that you say to people can affect those around you. For example, I live with my parents, if you guys didn't know, and I have to actively communicate with my parents a lot because sometimes I'm in a bad mood. Sometimes I don't feel like talking. Sometimes I'm just not with it. But if I can express to my parents, hey, I'm not really feeling so hot right now, they know to kind of give me my space, and I go and take that necessary space until I feel better to come out and be social again. And that's with anything, again, relationships, friendships, just being aware of how you feel so that you don't project your feelings onto someone else. Because have you ever been around somebody who was in a bad mood and they automatically put you in a bad mood because of how they acting? Yeah, that's not cute. I also think that being self-aware is being cognizant of everyone else's body language and feelings around you, just so that you can know how to move accordingly around those people. So in communicating and everything, like if you're around someone who they clearly don't want to talk, or they're clearly not in a space to talk, or they're not in a good mood or anything like that, those things should really help you kind of indicate how you should move in a situation, in conflict or even not in conflict. Everything isn't always about conflict. It's just about communicating and resolving issues. That's the human experience, if you ask me. The fourth tip I have to becoming more emotionally intelligent is taking critique. And again, I'm coming from my own neck because myself, for a long time, I used to take constructive criticism as an attack. Like, what do you mean I'm not doing this right? What do you mean? I don't even know what you're talking about because I do everything right. Gotta learn how to take that critique, sis. I have a really hard time with being held accountable sometimes, but it's something that I'm actively working on because I'm self-aware to know that I don't like being held accountable sometimes. You see how that works? The more I practice being more self-aware, the more that I'm able to appreciate when I'm being critiqued and know and understand that those who are critiquing me only mean well and they're only critiquing me to better me. And I think once I learned that, it was a lot easier for me to take critique, and it was a lot easier to hear out the people around me who were kind of letting me know about the things that I was doing that was affecting them negatively. And it made me want to change because I saw how it affected them, and I saw like, it doesn't make this person feel so hot. And if you care about someone, if you love somebody, you're gonna be willing to change and bend for that person. And I get it. It's really easy to get defensive, especially if you don't feel like what you're doing is necessarily wrong. And I'm not even here to say that what you're doing is wrong or right, but you just always have to be cognizant about the person that you're in said relationship with, about how it's affecting them. I think you should just hear them out, and even if you don't necessarily agree, it's not always worth going back and forth. Again, I think you should communicate how you feel effectively, and oftentimes you just have to agree to disagree. You don't have to agree with everything you said, but when it does come to like something you said or an action that you took, I definitely think that it's worth hearing someone out and understanding why whatever you did made them feel the way that they felt, so that you can move accordingly moving forward, even if you don't necessarily agree. People's feelings are still valid. People are going to feel the way they feel. We are all human. We all have feelings. Everyone doesn't agree with everyone's feelings, but everyone's feelings should be heard and understood and respected. The final tip I have to being emotionally intelligent is to be approachable and social. Look, some of the girls be out here with that RBF a little rough, all right? And don't get me wrong, babes, I got RBF too. But at the same time, I had to learn how to kind of relax the face a little bit, smile when I walk into a room so that people can know like, hey, I can approach this girl. She's nice, she's cool. I can come up and talk to her. She a fun girl. Yeah, I just want to always give off a positive presence, a welcoming presence. Come talk to me. Come tell me about something. I want for people to always feel like they can come talk to me, or they can express how they feel to me. And if you are a person who always has a wall up or is very, very hard body, people are not going to feel like they can tell you how they feel. But keep in mind that some people are just mean girls. Some girls are just mean. Some people are just mean. Some people don't care. And I personally think that those people should become a little bit more emotionally intelligent. But you know, life is a marathon, it's not a race. You know, some people progress slower than others, and that is okay. But again, it kind of shows you how you can move accordingly based off of what that person has said or done. So even in body language, just make sure your body language is very welcoming. Try to make eye contact with some people around the room. You know, read the room a little bit, you know, but just kind of watch what that face do, girl. Cause I know a lot of my girls, especially my sisters, girl, that RBF be strong. I'm here to tell you that RBF be strong, okay? Relax the face a little bit, smile. And I know we hate hearing that. What you mean smile? Girl, no, but no, smile. And I also understand that a lot of the girls are shy. A lot of the girls are just not very confident in a room full of a lot of people. Listen, baby, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. And you gon' make it. Especially the more that you practice, the more that you do it, you're gonna make it. You're gonna figure it out. And, you know, people are gonna wanna come to you and talk to you, and it'd be great. So you guys, those are all the tips that I have for you today. I really hope this video has inspired you to kind of work on your emotional intelligence a little bit. Please understand that it is a marathon. It is not a race. You do not have to have it all figured out right now, but the more that you become self-aware, the more that you become emotionally intelligent, it helps you in the long run. It helps you in conflict, and it just overall helps you to be a better person. And that is all we aspire to be, girls. That's all we want to be, is a better person. Again, it'll be fabulous, you know. If you found this content helpful, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my video. Go ahead and subscribe, girl, because I make this type of content all the time. If you think this video will be helpful to somebody that you know, please make sure you share it and let the people know about the short side, what I'm doing over on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.